I'm sure that this has come on time. I'm sure that you're receiving this exactly when you're supposed to be receiving this. There is no coincidence. There is no accident about this. Stay in, tune in, and let's ride this thing out. You are the only one who can control your reality, right? You are the creator of your reality, and other people are the creators of their reality. And we become co-creators of our own realities, co-creating living, existing spaces. Once you get the knowledge, you are able to cope with life better because you understand what's going on. As worrying is using your imagination to create something you do not want. But also understand that your process is your process. And not everybody gets in vibrational alignment in the same way. About where you're aiming your focus, right? You're going to get the feedback of where that focus is. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace, blessings, and mercy be unto you. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Khadijah Toto, and welcome back to Lit Chat Lounge, the podcast where we talk about mindset and self-improvement, strategies, tactics, tools, and resources. So as y'all know, we have been doing Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks. And the chapter that we did last week, just a quick little chapter review. The chapter that we did last time was chapter 5, This Simple Basis of Understanding Makes It All Fit Together. Now, in this chapter, we talked about applying the things that you know in order to get a certain results and how results were very mathematical, right? And we also spoke about being consistent and how emotions is one of the most powerful tools of understanding your vibration and where you are. We also talked about how paying attention to the way you feel is important because it's important to evaluate your own world and in order to align yourself to that which you want. So that's just a quick chapter 5 synopsis. Let's go ahead and get into chapter 6. Chapter 6, the law of attraction, the most powerful law in the universe. Every thought vibrates, every thought radiates a signal, and every thought attracts a matching signal back. We call that process the law of attraction. The law of attraction says that which is like unto itself is drawn. And so you might see the powerful law of attraction as a sort of universal manager that sees to it that all thoughts that match one another line up. You understand this principle when you turn on your radio and deliberately tune your receiver to match a signal from a broadcasting tower. You do not expect to hear music that is being broadcast on the radio frequency of 101 FM to be received on your tuner when it is set to 98.6. You understand that radio vibrational frequencies must match, and the law of attraction agrees with you. So as your experience causes you to launch vibrational rockets of desire, you must then find ways of holding yourself consistently in vibrational harmony with those desires in order to receive their manifestation. To what are you giving your attention? Whatever you are giving your attention to causes you to emit a vibration, and the vibrations that you offer equal your asking, which equals your point of attraction. If there is something you desire that you currently do not have, you need only put your attention upon it, and by the law of attraction, it will come to you. For as you think about this thing or experience that you desire, you offer a vibration, and then by law, that very thing or experience must come to you. However, if there is something that you desire that you currently do not have, and you put your attention upon your current state of not having it, then law of attraction will continue to match that not having it vibration. So you will continue to not have that which you desire. It is law. How can I know what I am attracting? The key to bringing something into your experience that you desire to achieve vibrational harmony with what you desire, and the easiest way for you to achieve vibrational harmony with it is to imagine having it, Pretend that it is already in your experience. Flow your thoughts toward the enjoyment of the experience. And as you practice those thoughts and begin to consistently offer that vibration, you will then be in place. You will then be in the place of allowing that into your experience. Now, by paying attention to the way you feel, you can easily know if you are giving your attention to your desire or if you are giving it to the absence of your desire. When your thoughts are a vibrational match to your desire, you feel good. Your emotional range would be from contentment to expectation to eagerness to joy. But if you are giving your attention to that lack or absence of your desire, your emotions would range from feelings of pessimism to worrying to discouragement to anger to insecurity to depression. We're going to talk about that. And so, as you become consciously aware of your emotions, you will always know how you are doing with the allowing part of your creative process. And you will never again misunderstand why things are turning out the way they are. Your emotions provide a wonderful guidance system for you. And if you will pay attention to them, you will be able to guide yourself to anything that you desire. You get what you think about, whether you want it or not. By the powerful universal law of attraction, you draw to you the essence of whatever you are predominantly thinking about. So if you are predominantly thinking about things that you desire, your life experience reflects those things. And in the same way, if you are predominantly thinking about what you do not want, your life experience reflects those things. Whatever you are thinking about is like planning a future event. When you are appreciating, you are planning. When you are worrying, you are planning. Worrying is using your imagination to create something you do not want. Every thought, every idea, every being, everything is vibrational. So when you focus your attention on something, even for a short period of time, the vibration of your being begins to reflect the vibration of that which you are giving your attention to. The more you think about it, the more you vibrate like it. The more you vibrate like it, the more of that which is like it is attracted to you. That trend in attraction will continue to increase until a different vibration is offered by you. And when a different vibration is offered, things that match that vibration are then drawn to you by you. When you understand the law of attraction, you are never surprised by what occurs in your experience, for you understand that you have invited every bit of it in through your own thought process. Nothing can occur in your life experience without your invitation of it through your thought. Because there are no exceptions to this powerful law of attraction, a thorough understanding of it is easy to achieve. And once you understand that, you get what you think about. And equally important, when you are aware of it, of what you are thinking, then you are in position to exercise absolute control of your own experience. How big are your vibrational differences? Here are some examples. There is a very big vibrational difference in your thoughts of appreciation of your mate, and in your thoughts of what you would like to be different about your mate. And your relationship with your mate, without exception, reflects the preponderance of your thoughts. For while you may not have done it consciously, you will have literally thought your relationship into being. Your desire for an improved financial condition cannot come to you if you often feel jealous of your neighbor's good fortune. For the vibration of your desire and the vibration of your jealous feelings are different vibrations. An understanding of your vibrational nature will make it possible for you to easily, deliberately create your own reality. And then, in time and with practice, you will discover that all desire that you hold can be easily realized. For there is nothing that you cannot be, do, or have. You are a summoner of vibrational energy. You are consciousness. You are energy. You are vibration. You are electricity. You are source energy. You are creator. You are on the leading edge of thought. You are the most specific, most active summoner and utilizer of the energy that creates worlds, that exists anywhere in this always evolving, eternally becoming universe. You are creative genius expressing here in this leading edge time space reality for the purpose of taking thought beyond that which it has ever been before. Even though it may seem odd to you at first, it will be helpful for you to begin to accept yourself as a vibrational being. For this is a vibrational universe in which you are living, and the laws that govern this universe are vibrationally based. Once you become consciously at one with the universal laws and gain an understanding of why things respond in the way they do, all mystery and confusion will be replaced by clarity and understanding. Doubt and fear will be replaced with knowledge and confidence. Uncertainty will be replaced with certainty, and joy will return as the basic premise of your experience. When your desires and beliefs are a vibrational match, that which is like unto itself is drawn. So the vibration of your being must match the vibration of your desire in order for your desire to be fully received by you. You cannot desire something, predominantly focus on the absence of it, and then expect to receive it, because the vibrational frequency of its absence and the vibrational frequency of its presence are very different frequencies. Another way of saying that is your desires and your beliefs must be a vibrational match in order for you to receive that which you desire. Here is a glimpse of the bigger picture. You are here having experiences that cause you, in your divinely specific perspective, to identify consciously or unconsciously your personal preferences. Now, as that happens, Source, who hears you and adores you, immediately answers your vibrational electronic request, whether you are able to put conscious verbal words to it or not. So no matter what you ask for, whether you ask for it with your words or with just a subtle impression of your desire, your request is heard and answered every time, no exceptions. When you ask, it is always given. That all that is benefiting from your experience. Because of your exposure to your specific experience, which causes your specific desire to be formulated within you, and because Source hears and answers your request, the universe in which we are all focused expands. What a wonderful thing. Your current time-space reality, your current culture, your current ways of looking at things, all of the things that make up your perspective have evolved over countless generations. In fact, it would not be possible to retrace all the desires, conclusions, and perspectives that have resulted in your unique point of view, right here and now. But what we want very much for you to hear is that no matter what has caused your unique point of view to come about, it has come about. You do exist, you are thinking, you are perceiving, you are asking, and you are being answered. And all that is benefiting from your existence and from your point of view. So your importance is not in question, not to us anyway. We completely understand your immense value. Your worthiness is not in question, not to us anyway. We know that you deserve to have the energy that creates worlds responding to your every desire. And we know that it does, but many of you, for many reasons, hold yourself apart from receiving the very things you are asking for. Rediscover the art of allowing your natural well-being. We want you to rediscover your innate ability to allow the well-being of this universe to flow steadily and unrestricted into your experience. And we call this discipline the art of allowing. It is the art of allowing the well-being which makes up every particle of that which you are and that which you come from to continue to flow through you as you continue to be. The art of allowing is the art of no longer resisting the well-being that you deserve. the well-being that is natural, the well-being that is your legacy, your source, and your very well-being. Now, there are no preliminary courses for you to study in preparation for understanding what is presented here. This book is written so that you can begin to receive value from right where you are. You are ready for this information right now, and this information is ready for you. Wow. Okay, this chapter is intense. Let's go ahead and dig into what this chapter is talking about. This one was actually a few pages longer than what we're used to, right? This one was 2, 4, 6, 7 pages. Usually we've been reading 4. So the first thing that stood out was when it talked about everything vibrates, right? And every thought radiates. And so when you think about radiation, it's like diverging, right? It's spreading from some central point, right? And in this case, it's probably the thought or the idea or the thing that's non-physical, right? Because non-physical is going to be our thoughts, our ideas, the things that spurt, the things that are created, right? Within us before it's created outside. And so I love how it talks about, we call the process the law of attraction. So law of attraction is something that's signaling back, right? It says every thought attracts a matching signaling back, right? So essentially the feedback, right? The feedback. So for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, right? No matter what that is, right? If I walk every day, well, something's going to start happening to my body. If I sit down every day and don't move and be sedentary, something's going to happen to my body. Why? Law of attraction. Something is responding to your action or inaction, right? And so I love how she compares it to a radio frequency, right? When you tune in to, and DC area is 95.5, right? When I tune in to FM 95.5 or 102.3, I'm not expecting to hear 97.3 AM, right? Radio. No, I want this frequency, right? And so just like the radio has a specific tuning to it, we also as human beings have a specific tuning. And remember in chapter 1 and 2, I believe, it talked about a setting point, right? Understanding and knowing our emotional setting point. And so we're kind of going back to that here. She's not necessarily calling it a setting point, but that's exactly what she's talking about when she's talking about understanding the vibrational frequency and how the law of attraction agrees with you. So when that radio station is playing what it's supposed to be playing, guess what? That's law of attraction working. And in that same way, we work the same way, right? When we're tuned in, we're tapped in into that frequency that we should be, right? So if we're feeling complete and absolute joy, well then that's what it is, right? We're tuned into the station of joy. Okay, when you're tuned into the station of anger, right, you're on a totally different frequency, right? The frequency of joy and the frequency of anger are two different kinds of frequencies, right? You're not tuned into the same station. So I love that. And then on the next page, she talks about, however, if there is something that you desire that you currently do not have and you put your attention upon the current state of not having it, then the law of attraction will continue to match that not having vibration. So you continue to not have that which you desire in this law. Okay, so in a simple way, what she's saying is focus on that which you want and not what you don't want. Because when you focus on that which you want, you continue to get more of what you want. And when you focus on that which you don't want, you continue to get more of that which you don't want. Right? And so it's all about where you're aiming your focus, right? You're going to get the feedback of where that focus is. So make sure that your focus is in somewhere where it's prosperous, where it's somewhere where you can be greater, where it's somewhere that feels good, where it's somewhere, right? Because we all have different circumstances and events happen in our life, but it's about how do we see those circumstances and events in our life, and what are we doing to either prevent them from happening again, or, coming into that which we want. Okay. So it's all about our aim and our focus of what we want. The next part talks about imagine having it, and the easiest way for you to achieve vibrational harmony with it is to imagine having it. Pretend as if It is already in your experience. Flow your thoughts toward the enjoyment of the experience. So basically, what they're talking about is like playing pretend, right? We're playing pretend. I'm gonna act like I drive a Lamborghini so I can get in vibrational alignment of that driving that Lamborghini. I'm gonna go take those house tours to see and feel what these houses feel like. So when it's time for me to live in these houses, I'm very comfortable with it. I live in it. I love it. I'm vibrationally tuned in. And she's also talking about really in terms of using your imagination to pretend is this is what we call what visualization, right? When you make your vision board, you're constantly tuning in. It's a visual tune in of your desires of what you want. So for those of you who are maybe like me, you know, when I used to see the things that I wanted, I used to be like, I don't want to look at no vision board because it's reminding me every day of what I don't have. Right? It's reminding me every day of what I don't have. I don't want to make a vision board because I don't want to look at the things that I don't have. It's actually putting me in resistance versus putting me in a vibrational alignment of wanting to attract it, right? But then when you get in the mindset of this is a visual, right? A visual representation of that which is coming, right? Of that which you already low-key have, then the mindset's different. I just wish that somebody would have been able to talk to me and help me understand that. But also understand that your process is your process. And not everybody gets in vibrational alignment in the same way. What brings joy to one person could actually make someone else angry. You know, so it's all about your perspective and your experience and where you stand on your leading edge of thought, right? The next thing she talks about is the creative process. And I want to go back in the glossary and define what creative process is for her because she does have a definition. So it says the creative process is the electrical current at the basis of everything that exists, flowing specifically toward topics or ideas. Okay? So creative process is basically a flow of energy that's being used towards certain thoughts or ideas to essentially expand it, right? When you think about creating, right? And so what she says is so that you become consciously aware of your emotions, you will always know how you are doing with the allowing part of your creative process. You will never again misunderstand why things are turning out the way they are. So essentially, you knowing your emotions and allowing your ideas to flow, you'll always understand why you are where you are. And it's not about getting angry with where you are if you're dissatisfied. It's just about everything is about getting in alignment and tuning in. She also talks about how when you're appreciating, you're planning. When you're worrying, you're planning. I love how she says worrying is using your imagination to create something you do not want. Now, for those who may be challenged by anxiety or grief or worry and all those things, I am one of those people, and that's why these kind of books are super duper helpful. And also why I enjoy this podcast and I love sharing these tools and strategies that I learn and resources. Some people will gatekeep and be like, you know, you gotta do it, but it's 2020. It's about to be 2024, y'all. We in a different, you know, time, and it is about sharing our resources, sharing our knowledge, sharing our understanding, sharing our perspective and how we experience the world. And you know, worrying is essentially you creating that picture, and it's about us constantly planning. Every thought, every idea is us planning, whether we are realizing that we're being active or inactive in that planning. There's always a vibration moving forward. We're always reflecting our vibrational thought of who we are and where we are in place and time. Yeah? All right, let's go to the next one. I really like how she goes through the part about doubt and fear. She talks about how being at one with the universal laws will essentially give you clarity and understanding. And Doubt and fear will be replaced with knowledge and confidence. And it's really about, to be honest, it's about educating yourself and getting that divine wisdom, that supreme divine wisdom, if you know what I mean. If you know, you know. But it's about getting that knowledge. Once you get the knowledge, you are able to cope with life better because you understand what's going on. You understand. I was doing an interview with one of my brothers, Sphinx God 7, and you can watch it on the podcast. It's actually on the page. And he talks about how he was listening to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and how he was saying that the drug addict is the best one because they know that something is wrong, right? They know that something's wrong. They know that something's not right. And how him hearing that, it inspired him, and him understanding that, you got to dig that gold out. And that's what this reminds me of as I'm reading and as I'm talking about it. Because at the end of the day, when you do get that knowledge, you start to cope with life differently. Life starts to look different, right? We all live our lives totally differently. And it's not about us living the same kind of life. Remember, nobody else can create your reality except you. We went over that in chapter 4, right? You are the only one who can control your reality, right? You are the creator of your reality, and other people are the creators of their reality. And we become co-creators of our own realities, co-creating living, existing spaces. Y'all should check out my book. I joined this lit. It's called My Thoughts Are Dangerous. Anyways, let's keep going. Your request is heard and answered every time. No exceptions. What you ask is always given. So just allow. I like how she says it's the art of allowing. Okay, the art of allowing the well-being, which makes up every part of connection. And she talks about how we're so resistant to just allowing and letting it flow, allowing ourselves to be in good spaces, allowing ourselves to come. Even the word art of allowing, right? Art of allowing gets less attention in this society than the resistance, right? If I say allow and resist, there's more energy behind resistance, and there's more attention focused on resistance than actually allowing, which should say something in itself. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Resistance versus allowing. And if you feel more strongly about resistance, then I strongly suggest you learn how to get into the art of allowing. Because when you allow, it's always flowing, it's everlasting. Even when you accept or reject an idea, don't get it twisted. Resisting and allowing are not the same as accepting and rejecting ideas. Okay? It's not at all. At all. At all. They're not the same things. Okay? So, thank you so much for tuning in today. This was a wonderful review with y'all. It was a little bit longer than the other ones are, yeah, but they had a good time. I certainly learned a lot, and I can't wait to tune in again tomorrow to read to y'all chapter 7, which is called You Are Standing on the Leading Edge of Thought. I'm super excited about that one because that one, yeah, some things you know when you need at a certain moment, and I'm sure that this has come on time. I'm sure that you're receiving this exactly when you're supposed to be receiving this. There is no coincidence. There is no accident about this. Stay in, tune in, and let's ride this thing out. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace.